going on, everybody? Welcome to Savepoint, the show where we talk about video game news and topics. And if you leave us a suggestion in the comments, we'll feature your question and talk about it in the next episode. Have your name up on the screen. My name is Ryan.
I'm Nick.
I'm Greg.
And this episode, we're going to talk about this current controversy going on with Pewdiepie being potentially anti-Semitic and getting dropped by Maker and getting his YouTube project canceled. Details about the DLC for Breath of the Wild. And some qualms with that, and some details about For Honor.
Switch specs as well.
Yeah, so let's start with that. Talk to us about some Switch detail specs, hardware info news.
Alright, so apparently, according to IGN, that they've received some leaked information on the Switch, and basically they're saying that it's going to have a 2 gigahertz processor in it.
Right.
It is of Intel kind. They're using the Maxwell mobile processor. It's got 4 quad core, as opposed to the Pascal. That's the newer architecture that they're using.
Right. So it's a quad core.
Yeah. 256 CUDA cores, and its GPU is comparable to many tablet.
And they're saying like 1 teraflop, which is like to relate it to like
processing power.
Yeah. So like to relate it to, they say like Project Scorpio is gonna have like 6, and I don't know. I think PS4 is like 4.5. I think.
It's got
Don't quote me on that.
It's got 4 gigs of RAM in it.
And here's the thing is from the details it said there is it sounds like it's sharing the RAM for the video RAM and the regular RAM. So it's splitting your RAM up, which is already only 4 gigs, and dedicating some of that. Now maybe they also meant there's also 4 gigs of video RAM, but to compare to the rest of the specs, I really doubt that. I'm pretty sure they mean it's shared RAM.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's, you know...
But, you know, they're not trying to put out games looking like Battlefield.
It's a handheld, you know, console for the most part. I mean, it's got the console mode when you can, like, you know, put it in your little dock and play it on your TV. But for the most part, the gimmick is that you can play, you know, kind of more powerful games on the go.
Right. So, I mean, do you think the guts are there?
2 hours at a time.
Do you think those specs are enough for what they're trying to do?
Yeah, it sounds like a powerful tablet. You know, I mean, the battery life is really what's going to kill it.
Yeah.
That's the nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is more than 3 hours. I think even if it's just 3.5 hours, that would be really good if you could get that pretty reliably on average. But yeah, also in details about the Switch, we got to talk about this DLC shit with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got some major issues with this. So we find out that the Breath of the Wild, you know, this is weird, you know, you might have to, like, slap yourself for a second here. There's a season pass for Breath of the Wild. Yes, The Legend of Zelda has season passes now. Everything is going this way.
What was the retail again?
Now, it's $20 for the season pass.
Yeah, it's $19.99.
So it's much cheaper than games that have like these $50 seasons pass. So I'll give them that. But here's the thing I don't like. I don't like that they're having like 2 waves of content, right?
Well, it's 1 mini wave and then 2 like big ones after that.
But you can only buy all of it together. You can only get it as the bundle deal for $20, which again is not asking a lot of money considering they're going to add story content. But at the same time, you have to buy this DLC to play hard mode.
They've gated content that is literally just a switch of a byte.
No, I'm thinking maybe the justification is that like story content that's being added on in the second wave of DLC is included in the hard mode. But I also don't really know if that is necessary. You know what I mean? Like,
because I can't just turn a hard mode on and off.
Right. So unless the hard mode really changes some like core elements to the game, I don't know that it really needs to be there.
Yeah, I don't see it like it's gated content that like literally does nothing to. It doesn't take away from the game. Why are you taking this away from the game? It's something that should. Just
and my thing is, I feel like it's almost like. It's almost like a ransom tactic that they didn't really need to do because all you needed to say was you're adding story content to the game. And it's Legend of Zelda. People are going to buy that. And I don't see why the hard mode needs to be the DLC.
There are people who want to play games that are hard mode. They want to play hard mode right away. You know, so this is going to be the the people who... This is just going to get them to buy, you know, spend the $19 to play hard mode from day one. You know what I mean?
But yeah, to be fair, on the first wave you do also get that like trials mode. But like, come on, who plays these, man? Who plays these like? It's like horde mode in Gears of War. Like, do you play that?
I mean, people play it with their friends.
You put I feel like you put 2 or 3 hours into that, and you're like, all right, well, I experienced that.
I don't know, man. I remember people used to go pretty hard in Hordes mode.
That's true. Maybe that's a bad example, but lots of games try something like that, a mini game mode that. I don't know.
Mini games aren't always necessary.
Then again, I'm not a really big Zombies fan. I never played Zombies on any of Black Ops or anything. I mean, a little bit, but they didn't really grab me.
I'm glad they didn't grab you being, zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah. Torn apart.
So speaking of torn apart, let's talk about PewDiePie and how Disney just tore apart that contract.
Yeah. So PewDiePie is connected to Disney through Maker Studios, which he's had deals with for a while now, and I believe Maker Studios are also the ones partnered with him to do this show. YouTube's involved with the Scare PewDiePie show, where it's him getting scared of video games, but in a more built up, higher production value way with actual he's in a set and things in the set will happen while he's playing the games. They just pulled the rug out on that. That's canceled. And he also got marked as not advertiser friendly or whatever, that new YouTube rule they put in a couple months ago. Or it's been 6 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been out for a minute. Carry on for there. Why did this happen?
Well, he made some insensitive jokes.
Right.
And I mean, whether he was just trying to be funny and you know, it just felt like maybe that wasn't the way you should go.
Right.
You know, there are other he could have made any kind of joke.
Right.
But he chose that one.
And to give details on that, if you don't already know, and I'm sure millions of people are already talking about this, it's that he's featured clips from Nazi videos of Nazis marching, clips of Hitler, and used it as
literally Hitler.
Used it as a comedic effect in transitions and things like that in his videos, and he does kind of edgier humor, and that's kind of what he's going for.
And Fiverr and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what caps it off, is that a bunch of media exposure happened because he did this thing where apparently he was trying to make fun of how absurd the Fiverr service was, and there's these two guys who would hold up a sign saying anything you want on it for $5. So he recorded a video of them holding up a sign saying "Death to all Jews," which I won't show here. You can find that anywhere. I'm not going to throw that.
We can show you a picture of a Google search with that exact search thing in the bar.
But
copy that.
And the thing is do I think PewDiePie is an anti-Semite? No, I don't think he's really anti-Semite. I think that.
But he could have picked any other joke. He could have said, "My mother is a goat licking whore."
He put himself in the wrong corner. He's backed himself into a corner he didn't expect that he would get backed into.
Yeah.
I lick grass taint. He could have made these poor Indian men say whatever they wanted.
And then he also made the mistake of kind of just stretching it out too long.
Right, by also then going on and still uploading the video that he recorded in, even though he acknowledged that it was a horrible thing. Once he saw it unfolding, he said it was an awful idea. So yeah, the thing is, I think he's really just trying to go with shock humor with the jokes he's going to. I think he's trying to do a lot more dry humor, and he says that's what it is too. And that he says that he unfortunately does have a very young fan base, and that's true. Most of the people who watch PewDiePie are very young, so they can't really appreciate the dry humor. But then again, at the same time, if you acknowledge how young your audience is, wouldn't it automatically seem out of place to have Nazi references in your videos?
Like I said,
when they're chiefly watched by children in the first place who can't really understand the meta humor or satire you're going for.
He could have picked any other joke.
Right.
And the plethora of bad jokes, Nazis low hanging fruit.
Yes, it is very low hanging fruit.
Could have picked anything else, but he didn't.
I kind of feel like PewDiePie is going through not Taylor Swift, but a Miley Cyrus phase, where it's he's been catering all his content for kids forever now, and now he's really successful, and he kind of just wants to do what he wants to do, so he's doing this really edgy humor, and it's getting him in trouble, and now he's not advertiser friendly. He can still monetize his videos on YouTube, but he'll have less
He's
options
still pulling.
to pay.
He's still getting.
He's still gonna be all right. He's gonna be okay.
He's rolling in money.
He's got enough money. It does suck that he loses the show. He does kind of deserve at least a slap on the wrist here, I gotta say. He had bad judgment with that. Definitely bad judgment.
Yeah, everybody should be held accountable for their actions.
But at the same time, it just kind of sucks because a traditional celebrity would have a publicist. Somebody who would say, hey, this isn't a good idea, this is going to really hurt you. So somebody who's interested, somebody who's involved in new media, online stuff, I'm sure he could afford to have a publicist. but I doubt he does, you know, and I don't think a lot of people in the sphere of YouTube would think to hire a publicist to be like, hey, here's some good ground rules to not get your ass on fire.
I think the reason why you don't see many people have like publicists and stuff like that is because like in this day and age they want people to be like authentic.
Yeah.
And that's like the furthest thing from authentic. Have somebody write your feelings for you.
Right, and I mean, not even to go that far, but at least to have the gatekeeper. You know, it's somebody who's like, you know, they don't write your tweets for you, but they just give you that cautionary, like,
tap
yeah,
on the
sure, like, that should be built into your phone anyway. That should be an app you can get. Like,
don't say that.
Like, are you sure you want to post this? That should be an extension, and like, it has a breathalyzer attached to it. So if you're drunk, it asks you like 4 times, are you sure you want to send this message? Oh. But anyway, good luck to Pewdiepie. I'm sure he'll be fine. I don't think he's going anywhere. He might finally be fed up with YouTube forever. Who knows? We'll see how this develops.
Speaking of a company who could actually afford publicists, Ubisoft.
Yes, Ubisoft. Yeah, hell yeah, they have money. Got live streams with Jason Momoa on them.
So
it's cool.
I have not personally played it, but both of you have. So please let me know.
Yes. So
what's going on in the
you lead it off, because Greg's way better at For Honor than I am.
I'm alright. I mean, so far from what I've gotten from the game, it's like, it's very tactical. Yeah. It's like, those 1v1 battles are super intense. It's like going down to like the perfect block and just dodging and just, you know, getting that perfect strike. Yeah. But, there's a couple things I don't like about the game though. Well, for starters, the servers. Guys gotta get on that.
That's the most frustrating part for sure.
Yeah, like every other match is either you're dropping out, and then on top of that you have the long wait times in between matches. Yeah. That's just awful.
That's the worst thing is you get into a match after like 5 minutes of it loading, and then you play for a minute, and then you disconnect, and then it's another 5 minutes. So you're playing like
right
10 to 15
you're about
matches.
to kill some dude. Yeah. Or the most awesome
you'll get the game freezes, like the network freezes that won't kick everyone out, but will like be seconds before you're gonna get your head cut off.
Yeah. Rubber band you straight into some dude's sword.
Oh yeah, I did have some pretty bad rubber banding too. But on the upswing, the dueling system in For Honor is a lot of fun, and I do enjoy the tactics of it. I suck at the dueling, but I love how involved it is. I love that you have blocks, parries, dodges. The ledge system, way overpowered. Yeah. And the fact that you can get knocked into like these little ponds, and that also kills you. Like, what? I'm this like legendary warrior, and I'm like, I can't be in like.
Your suits of armor are way too heavy. You sink straight to the bottom. You drown immediately.
Even the Vikings,
they're wearing leather. Immediately, they couldn't swim.
In a time where no one knew to swim. Even in knee-deep water.
The Aryan blood was too thick or heavy. You could pull
what are you, Pewdiepie?
Straight down to the bottom of the floor.
Oh man, absolutely terrible. But yo, that's something he's better at than me because I'm not good at blocking. I mean,
I just anticipate the attacks.
Yes. All right, so you were saying that it reminds you of like Mortal Kombat, or a Mortal Kombat game you wish you could have played.
Yeah, I just feel like just the animation of the game kind of looks like Mortal Kombat. The beginning round themes and stuff kind of look like Mortal Kombat. Yeah. And where it's like fight and stuff like that. I just like imagined it as a kid.
What do you think about the actual battle elements though? Do you think this is like a fighting game?
I think so. I mean, it's like
it's Street Fighter-esque.
Yeah, it has like a it's a weird game. It's something that nobody's ever played before.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about it. And it's a new IP, and all we see is continued on the same franchises. So that's cool. I give big ups to Ubisoft for that. Fix your service though.
Yes, fix those ASAP, please.
Any other notes about For Honor you wanted to add?
Vikings. There are a lot of Vikings.
Yeah,
what happened to the weeboos? Is it the recession? Are there no more weeboos?
Anyway, so who was winning really bad on there? Was it the Vikings?
The Vikings.
The
Samurai
were destroying. They were absolutely running shit.
Hey, but I have seen it flip around quite a bit earlier. The Knights
were definitely heavy.
Let us know what faction you play for. Are you playing for Honor? Tell us what faction right now. If you don't tell us, I'll never.
Do you have a samurai body pillow?
Yes. Do you have an anime girl pillow? Please don't tell me. But like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't tell me about any weird
subscribe.
And if you didn't like the video, like and subscribe anyway.
Yes, and
I'm going to tell you to
let us know how you felt about anything we talked about today. Do you think PewDiePie is the genetic clone of Adolf Hitler?
Are you saying he's one of the boys from Brazil?
Do you feel like he's one of the characters from Hellboy 1 who was like trying to like reincarnate like I don't even know. Anyway, let us know how you feel in those comments, and we'll catch you next time.
You look at me, you said weird saying weeboo. Bitch ass.